Good morning. Just spent the morning looking at all my mates on Facebook going to the game in Rotterdam tomorrow. They're all heading over to Holland today to head down there and watch the game. How can you watch the game on TV if you're going to watch it on TV? And let's talk about the game tomorrow before we go on to Kyogo. Brendan Rodgers secured direct passage into the group stages this year by thanks to Ange Postecoglou winning the league and winning the treble last year. They've been drawn against the Dutch champions Atletico Madrid and Lazio. Feyenoord are top seeds in the group, and I don't want to put any dampeners on it, but they have scored 17 goals in their last 3 league games. So it is a bit of a fortress that we're heading over to. But Celtic are looking to improve on last year's tournament, which saw them claim just 2 points and finish bottom of the section, which was quite disappointing, we'll all admit. The last time that Celtic got to the last 16 of the group stages was in 2012-2013. A third place would see Celtic drop down into the Europa League, and I think that's probably where we should be headed for. Personally, that's my target, is to finish third. It'd be nice to finish second, but I think we can get a better run in the Europa, and the final is in Dublin this year. Will Celtic make that? Was that a dream that could come true? Celtic heading to Dublin. We're all off to Dublin in the green. Celtic going to the match tomorrow with on the back of a 4-0 win over Dundee at the weekend. And like I said, Feyenoord won 6-1 at the weekend, and that's an incredible 17 goals they've scored in the last 3 league fixtures. The only previous meeting between them was 1970, the European Cup final, which was just a few years after winning the big cup. Celtic went into it again, the European Cup, and they got beat 2-1. Will things repeat itself tomorrow night and be a 2-1 scoreline? Hopefully not. Hopefully we can get something out of the game. But it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be extremely difficult tomorrow night. And the fact that they have scored a lot of goals, and don't take anything about if the Scottish media say, they're missing a few players. Let's face it, it's going to be a hard game. So the kickoff is at 8 p.m. Celtic Park time. It will be shown on TNT Sports. That's on Sky channel 410, and if you're in Virgin UK, it's on channel 527, with the coverage starting only 15 minutes before. But then what do you expect? It's only Celtic, The team news: Celtic are obviously going to be without Lil Abada, and Nat Phillips will come in. Let's talk about that in the live tonight. We'll be live tonight around about 5:15 Celtic Park time, 5:30 Celtic Park time. We'll do a live, and we'll talk about what team we think we might put out, because I think there'll be a lot of changes from the first half of the game at the weekend. I did say at the weekend that David Turnbull would start, and I said the only reason he will start is because his fitness, and it was all about getting other players game time. I do expect Rio Hatate to start from the beginning. It might not last the full game, but it's important that we get him starting the game tomorrow night. It said that they do have problems, but come on, they won 6-1, so I'm going to take nothing out of it. The match odds, Feyenoord are 18-13 for the draw. Celtic are 92. Well, we'll see about that. Let's move on to Kyogo. Kyogo has been talking about the fact that, look, if we can handle that atmosphere at Rangers, we can handle anything that any Champions League team can throw at us. Despite the atmosphere, Celtic went on to beat Rangers a couple of weeks ago with no fans, no away fans. There will be 2,500 Celtic fans there tomorrow night, and more in the away end if they can get tickets. Like the striker said, look, he's looking to open his scoring Champions League tomorrow night even, in Feyenoord. He said, the front man is heading over to Feyenoord, which is notorious. But he said if we can get off to a flyer, he says in the back of the campaign over the win at the weekend, he says, look, Dundee, that fired us right up. That scoreline fired us up, and we know we can score goals. Kyogo believes that victory at home at the home of Rangers with no away fans lay the ground before the international break. It says that lay the ground for anything that we'll face in the Champions League. We fear nothing in the Champions League after doing that. Obviously, going up against the top teams in Europe is where we want to be, but it's not going to be easy. If Kyogo can get his shooting boots on and score a couple of goals in the Champions League season, it will calm the fans down a bit. And if we can play a little bit better football, it is going to be defensive. Make no marks about it. We're going to have to be really defensive at points tomorrow night. we're going to have to play some cracking football on the attack. Says, look, Kyogo went on to say, look, we've got to win on Saturday. We're in a good flow at the moment, says Kyogo. He says, hopefully we can keep it going. The bigger stages, the more excited I get. He says, look, I really enjoy playing under pressure. It's games like this and the finals and derby matches and the Champions League. That's why I came here. That's why I came here, says Kyogo. He's really firing up the troops that are heading over. He said, my position, everyone works hard to give me the service. It's not just about the striker at Celtic, but it's about everyone playing. I do enjoy playing these big game atmospheres, says Kyogo Furuhashi. He's actually notched up some cracking goals and derbies over the last couple of years, but he's itching to open his Champions League account after a frustrating campaign last year. The 28-year-old has set himself individual targets, and he knows the big vision is for Celtic in the group. And he said, look, we're set to battle with Lazio, Atletico Madrid for places in the last 16. Kyogo then went on to say, he says his first target is a win on Tuesday. Oh, it's a big statement, Kyogo. He says he wants to win on Tuesday. We're all thinking about that right now because that is what will make our supporters happy. After all, he says it would be brilliant if we could progress through the group stages. It'll be kind of a different challenge in the Champions League against Feyenoord. We know that they are the top seeds in the group. They, on paper, should be the hardest game. I think Madrid will be a hard game as well, but we'll see what happens. He said, like all opponents at that level, they're a good team. There will be away fans, which is good for us. We need to focus on our preparations and we hopefully can get a good result, says Kyogo Furuhashi. He says, but look, Phillips has come in and he looks as if he'll start. As a precaution, he was kind of taken off at the weekend. Kyogo caused a problem with his shoulder. Everyone thought, no, not his shoulder again, because let's face it, Kyogo's only one little injury away from being out for any length of time with his shoulder. And it was paramount. We all knew we needed a striker. We all knew we needed a striker during the Champions League. If this causes us third place, if Kyogo gets injured at any point in the next couple of months and it causes us a third place finish in the Champions League, I think the board will have a lot to answer to. We obviously went after the guy for Brøndby and we wouldn't meet their asking price of $6 million, which was kind of a bitter pill to swallow considering we had the money there. We had the money there and we didn't. Kyogo said, look, my shoulder is fine. He says, fitness levels are fine. He says, I'm up to it. He says that my shoulder had to get popped back into place. That was it. Had a little bit of a dislocated shoulder. That was it. He says, but I returned to score the goal in the second half and tee up a third for Matt O'Reilly. I am ready for this. Are you ready for this tonight, Celtic fans? Tomorrow night. I keep saying tonight. It's because I've got to go to work in a minute. Right, on that note, you have a fantastic day, Celtic fans. Make sure that you join the live for tonight. And we'll talk about the team for tomorrow. We'll talk about formations and I think what we might happen during the game. What I think Brendan Rodgers might do. And be prepared to be sitting back for quite a bit of this game tomorrow night. But be prepared for watching some absolutely cracking, fast-flowing football from Celtic as we hit out on the break. So on that, we'll have a fantastic day, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party.